Hey everybody, King Polyphemus here again, to cast yet another Pro Pocket Tanks Deluxe game. Um, I've been getting a lot of feedback saying, can we please hear the weapon sounds? And I gotta tell you, I don't get these replays with sound. I'm sorry. What I will do is I'll talk to the guy who sends them to me, and I'll see if I can't get him to include sound. Um, I'm doing the best I can, and I know you want to hear the bouncing and the explosions and stuff. Um, and I'm sorry about that, but I'll try and get that figured out. It's a little tough right now, but I'm doing my best. So, moving right into this game. This is going to be a best of three between EVA4EVA, who we did see in the first game that I cast, which was the 2009 World Tour Finals, and he's going to be playing against Whintr. And now EVA4EVA is a new school player, like I mentioned. 2009 was his first pro season. Whintr is even newer than he is. So Whintr appeared on the scene out of nowhere in December, and uh, he doesn't play a lot, but when he plays very decisively, and he really shows who's boss. So EVA4EVA being the first player, so getting that first turn, as well as getting the upper ground. So it looks like he's going to start out with a huge advantage, starting off with that homing missile, good scout. Maybe a little bit too much power on that, but we'll see how things go from here. So, looking good. Is the video frozen for you guys too? Oh, good. It's not frozen, but these two turns are super laggy. And what happened is Whintr actually hit EVA4EVA with a direct hit from the single shot and shot him forward. And then EVA4EVA threw away a heavy roller. He landed too far to the right. He didn't take enough power off from his initial scout, and so Whintr in a very good position. And then he hits him with the fizz bomb, so that looks good. Or were those static bombs? I wasn't actually watching. So heavy roller coming down. Maybe it wasn't a heavy roller. In any case, EVA4EVA did miss that second shot as well. So the heavy roller gonna do some damage, but Whintr looking very strong right from the beginning. Two direct hits were only on the third volley, and here comes the lava, and boom! This is just incredible play from Whintr, and this is why he's so enigmatic. He shows up to a tournament and he takes out one of the top players in the league, and then you never hear from him again. I mean, I think the last time. Oh wow, wow, that's a very weird play to me. The saucer attack. As you know, if the saucer collides with you, it does do a huge amount of damage, but it also does a lot of damage to your opponent. I guess EVA4EVA just didn't like the position he was in or something, and decided it'd be worth it to take that hit in order to get a little bit of damage and to get a move on. Well, I mean, Whintr was in a very good position. He did have that perfect beat on, and if you get all 10 of your weapons without missing once, you are basically guaranteed to win. That is how this game works. So shooting forward, and now the Fisher coming down from Whintr does not do any damage, so it's fine if he misses, and he can use that to scout. So that's always a good plan. Some fizz bombs, very poor. EVA4EVA not looking very good in this game. And the Neon Blast from Whintr, he's going to adjust just a little bit after that Fisher. And here it comes, and oh, maybe not Neon Blast. What's he going to use? Oh, so he's going to go for Neon Blast. And almost a direct hit, and that is going to do a lot of damage, and EVA4EVA is now completely screwed up, although his last shot wasn't very good at all, so he shouldn't be too worried. He really needs to just get a couple decisive hits on. Oh, and throwing away yet another shot, and here comes the flamethrower. Maybe one less power would have done more damage, but this is where flamethrower really shines, is in these close situations where it can all sink in and all hit that tank for the maximum amount of damage. Just throwing a supernova, and they're actually in perfect positions not to get hurt. And Whintr, ooh, that is nasty. So just humiliating EVA4EVA by hitting him directly back and doing probably more damage. I wasn't actually counting the score specifically, since Whintr has such a huge lead. Although the super, no, that was a, I missed it, I wasn't watching. But whatever and Whintr is actually missing that firebolt. So EVA4EVA not not completely destroyed, and bringing it back within a couple, within just 100 points. But this meteor shower really, even though it's a little bit far, is going to end this. Although, to be honest, I don't think that could have been any better, because if it had hit directly, a lot more of those meteors would have gone down in front of EVA4EVA and exploded down at the bottom and not actually hit him. So Whintr playing very powerfully and just throwing away that last move. So Whintr takes this first game very decisively. It's off-putting to see the pros so well, like EVA4EVA. I mean, he didn't used to be as much of an old name as he is now, but really, EVA4EVA is a very solid contender in every game he goes into, and he just got shut down in that first game. So we'll see how he does in the second game, and I do not know if this goes to 3 because I haven't actually watched it yet. So, spawning on a flat, and EVA4EVA gonna go with a 0 power island to put himself in an island, and now that's good because it's a little bit. He sacrifices scouting in order to make Whintr have to hit him dead on, because if Whintr misses, then it just won't affect EVA4EVA at all. Oh, but going for the laser battery, and wow, close enough that that is just going to completely nullify EVA4EVA's strategy there with Island. And he would have had to get rid of it eventually, but that's not a good way to start. It only did 14 damage, not a lot. EVA4EVA can certainly recover from this, but we'll see. And the bouncy wall, direct hit from the bouncy wall. So that is going to cover up the turret just enough to force Whintr to back out. And bouncy wall is very dangerous because if he miscalculates and does hit it with his own weapon, it will bounce back and hit him directly. So the Dirt Slinger, and wow, Whintr just playing phenomenally right now. That was with very little scouting. He did not know where his shot was going to go, and he managed to bring it right there. The angle is due to that slope behind EVA4EVA, so that's unfortunate for him, but still that puts him in a very good corner position where oh, that glue gun, very poor. EVA4EVA just not on his game right now. But as I was saying, Whintr now has this advantage where things he shoot that can roll down, he can hit in front or behind of EVA4EVA, and it's alright if he misses by a foot or two, or I mean a couple of pixels. Going for that glue storm, I'm a little bit confused about that. Since EVA4EVA can't really move, and to be honest, Whintr would be more benefited by moving, but that's fine. I guess he knows what he's doing. The Riptide coming down, and Gravitron. Now, one thing you want to look out for when you're using Gravitron is that it does actually move your opponent. So if you've got a really nice speed, you might want to use some of your less explosive weapons before you switch over to that Gravitron, especially since it has a wider range of acquisition. You can hit from farther away. Oh, and a direct hit from the particle bomb. EVA4EVA, that's more like him. That's more like what I'm used to seeing. And a flea circus, and that's very good. Almost every flea going right down in that hole, and they will do some guaranteed damage there. So Whintr's still with the lead, and I'd be very surprised if he actually managed to take this in straight games. But the fission bomb coming down, so that's very good, putting him in the lead by 2 points. But here comes a lightning strike and a lot of damage. So Whintr still holding the lead here at the end of the 7th volley, or excuse me, the beginning of the 7th volley. And EVA4EVA pulling out that Mega Nuke, and wow, a direct hit from the Mega Nuke. That's going to do an awful lot of damage. The problem with that, though, is that he now has to realign himself. And Whintr's been showing himself to do that a lot better than EVA4EVA, and going for the shelter, an odd choice if you ask me. He's not in the greatest position. That shelter, it does do 4 layers of bouncing material. I would have backed up, to be honest, and he hasn't scouted either, so he doesn't know if that's an angle that's going to work for him. EVA4EVA trying to put a nuke, and incredible, he actually drops that nuke straight in that shelter, destroys it, does a ton of damage. EVA4EVA pulling ahead very decisively. Oh no, Whintr nicking that little piece of land with the fission bomb, and that's just going to seal the deal. So EVA4EVA definitely going to be winning this game, putting up the flak. The firebolt not going to go through. Firebolt does not have any splash damage, and EVA4EVA just blasting off a little bit, and So Whintr with that super laser shooting off into the sky as he admits defeat for game two. So let's move on into game three, and this is a lot closer than it looked in the first game for sure. EVA4EVA was not playing well, but then with that nuke straight in that shelter, that was just very good play. And EVA4EVA up on top on the high ground again. So he I mean, generally this is a position you want to be in, is on the high ground, but he did not play very well last time on the high ground. So we'll see. And if you remember back to the World Tour Finals on with Fortuity, he he was on the high ground and he actually shot his Earth Mover directly in front of him in order to make it more of a hill situation. And a hill situation is more even, and usually what that does is you can take a cue from what your opponent is doing and you can adjust based on their adjustments. So EVA4EVA throwing away that first shot, I didn't actually see what it was, but he wasted a weapon, and that's a little embarrassing. He had a very low angle there, not really what you want to do. And this glue bomb, oh no, also going off screen, so that's two turns just wasted for EVA4EVA. The glue bomb coming down from Whintr, not in the greatest of positions, but something that falls in that hole may bounce up and hit him. Sink and swim, that's a risky play. If he had hit directly, that would have been game changing. That very hard to come back from such an early lead, but not quite a direct hit. So only 24 damage coming down the anvil, and that's a very good hit. And putting him in that hole, the anvil's a very good weapon. If you haven't seen my first video, they both EVA4EVA and Fortuity use it to great effect. Because you don't have to get a direct hit, you just have to fly directly over them, and then that puts them in that valley, and that's right where you want your opponent. So Whintr getting another shelter, that's interesting. And he's gonna go for it, and he does have a good bead. So this is the better kind of. Oh my gosh. EVA4EVA just shooting that bouncy bomb. That time the nuke, if you remember, bounced around a little bit. That bouncy bomb went straight in that shelter. That is just the kind of precise control that you expect to see from EVA4EVA, and so he's going to be taking the lead right now. Fireworks going down, actually doing a huge amount of damage. Fireworks is generally a very good move if you can hit close, and that did hit very close. So the Superstar coming down, Superstar is one of the most powerful weapons in the game, but only if your opponent is on the high ground. So those stars just exploding and doing not as much damage as you would like from that. So Buckshot coming down, solid hits. Late Bloomer, all these weapons that EVA4EVA has, and he's hitting very near with them, but they really work better if Whintr had more ground underneath. And so direct hit from the Mega Nuke, this is just it's just not EVA4EVA's game. He doesn't have very good weapons, and although I do recall seeing Whintr having a couple of non-damaging. We have Dirt Mover there and Earth Mover and Crazy Wall. Crazy Wall does do damage, but oh, he wasted it, so it doesn't matter. He only has one damaging attack left, whereas EVA4EVA has three. And will he be able to pull this off? He's going to have to hit directly with all of them. That Flea Circus could have used one more power, not doing as much damage as he would like, and he's still 80 points behind. He really has to get direct hits with both of his final attacks. That Groundhog missing, so Whintr now cannot do any more damage. And EVA4EVA's Groundhog gonna be a little shy. Not quite enough. He's 52 points behind. And what is his last attack? I can't remember. There's the Earth Mover. He's gonna have to be able to do 50 damage with this, and there aren't many attacks that do that. Oh, it's Island. He can't do damage, so EVA4EVA already lost. And this was a very close match, but just poor selection for EVA4EVA, and I think throwing away those two moves in the beginning really came back to bite him. And so yeah, so that was a good game, and Whintr takes it, and you won't see many from Whintr. He does not play a lot. So go ahead and leave a comment, leave a like, and I'll put some more videos up soon. Signing out.